Yo, welcome back, Pumptown and friends. Hope you're doing great. We got some wild, awesome price today. It was nice to see. Very nice indeed. So I like to have this for my daily separators and my session kill zones and where I'd be looking for a position. Unfortunately, today was midnight up only day, and we didn't really get much of a Judas for the day. And in which case, I sat out today. Even though it went right to where I wanted to see price go, to the tick. It's gonna happen. I mentioned I wasn't really dying to look for a trade, and if something was obvious that I'd want to take it. But it's not that I could have, but it just, I like to get the dip. I like to long below the open. Just like here yesterday, no trade. It was already above the open. All the banger trades come from below the open. And if you blend time with that, you got yourself a good setup. So just no trade, but I'm really happy that the analysis worked out and everything's on side. So the levels given to you, well, weeks ago, but the ones for this week was this guy here. The buy side liquidity pool here, at the time this was red. We were below it, and I was looking for a major buy side run attacking the liquidity from this bear flag. That happened pretty violently, and I was mentioning that if we're going to come for the external range run, that it's typically going to be pretty ruthless. So it wasn't quite clear exactly which level in this group of gaps in unorganized price action to use. So I just plotted the most obvious looking one that it could be. So we will investigate the open of the candle and not midnight, because as we seen just now, midnight was not exactly cool. So let's go into a 5-minute chart. And so the candle opening here, very nice. Got a nice Judas to the downside, and that's that tail that you see. So there was the real Judas there, and that was the higher low in the trend. Now look at that, a triple bottom holding price. Imagine that. And she ended up ripping off of this breaker here. So you got your high, lower low, higher high here. It comes down, daps that breaker. There's actually another order block in here, so that's a propulsion block. And propulsion she did. Oh, that was crazy. For our 8:30 unemployment claims report, it looked like it could have Judas up and wanted to trade down. It was feisty. She wanted it. But very beautiful profile there. Open, low, high, close. It doesn't get any more beauty than that. Very good. We'll get into order flow in a minute. Just want to go back. To to the daily chart, yeah. And that price point here, the lower quadrant, and you know the rules of measuring the top piece of that candle to find a bottom, and I would argue that it's very good. But just there is very nice. So I'm going to go back into a 15-minute chart and just noticing the sensitivity here and what happened in here. What happened right there specifically at that time at 7 a.m. after making such a movement to the downside here. That right there, that is gold. Now that's like 4 a.m. my time, so I'm not up for that. And there was, if I like, even if I was looking for something and I was wanting to trade, I wouldn't have had a trade here. It just kept going, and it's not. So like the thing is like, it's great when it keeps ripping, but you know that if it keeps grinding higher, you're running the chance that price just wants to come and eat you. So let's say this candle here, right? It could have dropped all the way back down into here for no other reason than to come and get people. And if that would have happened, then great. That would have been a perfect fair value buy before running into your premium. So that would have been okay. Hey, Lydia, been a minute. But so like if I was looking to get into a trade here, I'm like, well, there's all this down here. So I just personally rather spare the mental capital and keep it for when price action's doing, you know, something that I want to engage with. So although it's doing something I wanted to see, my rules for engagement are not met. And that's what it is to have an expectation of the market, it playing out and you not being in it. You just got to live through it. And if you personally might be able to find something in here, a payday, great. Me personally, I'm just going to sit it out because I like to catch the whole range and not long a premium market. It just saves a lot less, it saves a lot of headache for later. Very cool. So it's only Tuesday. That is super crazy. I can't believe it's only Tuesday. And we've got this void in liquidity down here. It's tough up here, you guys. It really is. So it's May, and it's, you know, technically the third week, but kind of the second week of May. And we're above this down close candle. We're so far creating a swing low in the most ruthless discount market you've ever seen. Like, I want you to think about that for a second. We were here in March. And it came and ate everybody and then ripped right back up to these prices like nothing ever happened. If you've been with me for a while or have been on my Twitter, you've been seeing me say buy flash dips. These things happen right before things are about to kick off. And that's how you can feel pretty confident that you're ready to get some exits from people who are claiming that Trump's going to kill the economy, World War III, recession, blah, 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 orange banana bad. Sure. But the charts say otherwise, and that I just find that thoroughly hilarious. That's funny. So we're above even this monthly inefficiency between this candle's low and this candle's high. Look, this whole thing is an inefficiency in the monthly. Let's drop that on. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna figure out the close of this candle. 792. So yes, that's the close. So the open here, we're just trying to make sure that we have the right open and close here. So it's 487. So yes, that is the open right there. So that's a gap. Plus you have this, so you have to include it. So this will paint as our monthly gap here. And I would argue that we're headed here for the month of May, as a matter of fact. So that's interesting. We got that price at 21,340. Oh no, 463. 21,463.75. That's not even that far from where we are. So this is interesting. Very interesting. I like it. Alright, so because price is pretty squirrely, you're gonna have to go to a 5-minute chart. And so basically, I'm just entering the charts now with you. I haven't really been looking much. So if I was coming in and back testing, and this is me lending my experience to you, this is what I would do. I'd plot a midnight line there, and then the open of midnight. So I'm delineating both time and price. And I'm just noting what happened here. We came down for just a polite stop hunt. It wasn't much of a stop hunt. And then we ended up making a double bottom here, which is kind of rare, and perhaps we save this for later. But we start trending up. So now I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking solely trend. Higher highs, higher lows. What does that mean? That means I'm permitting price to come against me. I obviously had a bullish bias. I wanted to see price go up. So now I'm thinking, okay, higher highs, higher lows. Does that happen? Yes. And it comes down and it keeps trending. So at 7 a.m., I'm also plotting a line because this is when I want to start hunting. This is my start hunt time. And it's not that I have to be up for 7 a.m. because it takes a while for these candles to print. So I'm just noticing right off the hop that, wow, she didn't even come down for a stop hunt after 7 a.m., which is very rare. So, no big deal. It keeps trending. And I'm just like, wow, she was trending all day, made this weird looking gimpy kind of bull flag and then stopped it out. Was it a deep stop hunt? No, not at all. But it tagged everybody who was squeaking their stop losses up before subsequently making a higher high. Then it doesn't even make a higher low here. That it was just like she was gone. She wanted it. And so now we're in the monthly area and targets being here. So I just keep noticing that the highs keep getting blown out. And the lows, well, that's the swing low there. The next one's here. It does get tagged, but I mean, it's kind of a bull flag. You're going to have to decide for yourself. Is that a shift in structure, or is that a stop hunt? Or is that the best buy you've ever had in your life? You need to have a bias. Where is price likely going to go? And that will answer your question. So if price would have dipped all the way down into here, or maybe even into here this morning, if I was looking for a trade, I might have considered it, but she was just up only. So it's trending now, and I like the idea of trend. So I'm looking at the swing lows, especially the ones that take liquidity. That's my protected low there, and for your notes. Makes a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, swing low here. And if you're using the essentials, you would be pulling your fibs and just keep measuring your premium and discount in its little local range here. So there's the little kind of bull flag in the trend, and then you come and stop out the bull flag, and I want to see us reaching into here in the next, let's say, hour or so. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it, Lid. So if I was back testing and looking at what happened with price, I'd be noting the midnight open, and because it was a shallow stop hunt, now I'm like gonna cherry pick it and go, okay, well, the real Judas actually started at the candles open, oddly enough, and then midnight she was just basically up only. It's pretty much with Bitcoin too. That was pretty fun. But yeah, so my kill zone in which I'm looking for a setup is 7 to 11. So this is primarily where I am starting to hunt and where I want nothing to do with price action for the rest of the day. And that's to say that I have not found a setup. In other words, if price action wanted to be in agreement with what I like to see, and just after 7 a.m. came down and made a stop hunt and then made our model for the upside, if I would have been in this, then I'm just waiting for the end of the day to close, and I'll leave my runner on, or the end of the week depending on what I'm doing. When I don't get a optimal setup for me, I'm just like, okay, well, there was no shift in structure at all. It didn't snap down really hard, leave a fair value gap, didn't do any of that. So now I'm just done. And this might seem odd to you as you first come into day trading, but protecting your capital and not taking the obvious trades, that's the game changer. That's the thing that's primarily many people are not doing that they should be doing, and just studying price. What did it do? How did it deliver? What time did it deliver by? Where did it go? Where did it come from? All these things are really important. And if you're just too concerned about making money right now, then you're not going to learn how to do this gypsy stuff or anything. It doesn't matter what system you're doing. You got to stick with it. If you're using Fu Manchu, it works, but you got to stick with it. If you're an Elliott waiver, don't go jumping into patterns because you see a bull flag. Stick with your pivots and your Elliots. If you're a pattern trader, don't change it. If you're a divergence trader, that's probably pretty much the best patterns in divergence, other than just playing candlesticks. Probably like the same thing. Especially when you know what you're looking for inside of a daily candlestick. Like how many bull flags materialized until it stopped running? All of them. That's so funny. But you don't get these home runs every day. That's the problem as well. You think you get these every single day. You don't. And somebody in the Discord was asking, do you guys trade every day? I'm like, no, hard stop. It burns you out. And I want to be picky with my setups. I want the best of the best. I want to know that what I'm doing and I'm on side and everything's cool. Just like Bitcoin last night. You know, Monday looked like it could have bottomed, and we were up late in the Discord playing that low made in, well, just before midnight EST. And my position's still in profit. I paid myself this morning, and yeah, I'm just gonna let it run all week. Maybe, likely the rest of May. Actually, I want to see Bitcoin flip out real hard. So we got a minute and a half here to close this candlestick, and I'm liking where it is. If it can stay here and stay down, I would appreciate it. This candle's tail here came and made this candle a tail. So it didn't have one, and then it was like, here you go, buddy. Boop. you can have a tail. And now we've got a swing low here in this little discount. So if you're using the essentials, or if you've studied the essentials with me, you're measuring your premium and discount zones. Got a swing low in a discount, so you're imagining that the trend is going to want to continue. And that's hard to do when you think that this is a sell-off. You see how this external range run here, where all the short stops are in the daily time frame? The reason why we've made equal highs here is to help those people who are about to get stopped out feel really comfortable with just sitting there, with price action creeping up toward them. It's torturing them right now. So even if we do make another low, I'm open to that, but I want to see this railroaded by the end of the day, like within not very long. So we got 220 now. I want to check the 15-minute chart. So the only problem with this is a beautiful, if I was going to take a short right now, it would be literally from right, if it just stabbed up one more, yeah, right there. I'd short that if I was short, but I'm not. I'm not short, I'm long. I have a bullish bias until my targets get hit. Why am I telling you this? Because this is a bearish profile. And if you flip it upside down, it's a bullish profile. However, if you were anticipating price to run up through a bearish profile, it's typically going to be really mean about it. So we've got 9 minutes left, and when I paint something blue, I want to see it smash through. And my eyes are primarily focused right here. And this is where the people who are seeing this as selling pressure right now, this is where their stop losses are. In relation to this swing high, which is this. Right there. Because they're convinced that this is where the sellers came in. And they can't let go of the idea. So you see how it's just torturing them right now? It's likely going to be really funny. Now, I am open to the idea that we do make one more low. That is possible. We can make one more low here. There's also this swing low here. And I am very open that this bearish profile does want to come down at least to some degree and then run it out. So if there's enough exits now for the big boys to get, it'll just go up there. If not, it'll come down one more time. So that's what we'll be studying today. How to know when your model's gonna fail, or likely gonna fail. Thank you. Appreciate that, CoFun. A little different, but I'm literally just playing the open, the low, the high, the close of any given candlestick. So in this case, we're playing the daily candlestick. Now daily has, I think, 12 or something 4-hour candlesticks, or no, 6 or something. I don't know, I'm dumb. And there's only so many candlesticks in a day. There's only so many. So if there's there's 6 candlesticks in a 4-hour time frame in a day. So if it's got to go somewhere, these 4-hour candlesticks are going to go open, low, high, close, open, low, high, close, open, low. especially if it's got to go somewhere. And then you got a bunch of 2-hour candlesticks. And that's your open, low, high, close. And then you got a bunch of 1-hour candlesticks. And that's the information in that one daily candlestick. And then you go to your 15-minute chart and you break down that information, and suddenly things become more clear. Oh, that daily candlestick is moving up. And that's where you get your trend in the day. And of course, it's got to be moving. Not every day is going to be a banger. You're not going to get a home run every day. And if you're out for home runs, even if you do get a nice big greenie, that doesn't mean you're going to be in it. 15 minute. What's up, Jesse? We're about to see hedge funds get fired and shorts get real spanked. It's funny. Who's green today? I'm flat today, and it feels good. What's up, everybody? Who's that? Is that Sim1? Smoking, bro. Oh my goodness. Holy shnikey, there they all are. What's up, everybody? You come and witness the smoke. Wow, this is cool. Yeah, that's so cool. Welcome, boys. Hope you guys are doing good. I haven't been in the area for quite some time. Are we American yet? I'm almost positive that it happened already, but they got to get everybody used to the idea first or something. I don't know. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, like my bags are packed. The truck is full. So this lunch hour or this PM session is pretty non-fun. You just got home, you know. Yeah, I was wondering why Floridians don't like pizza. What's up, DK? Mr. Wolf, it's been a quiet day. Right on, buddy. Give it to Jess, or send it to me on Twitter. Yeah, isn't like New Jersey, New York? Isn't that what the NY stands for? Is dope pizza? What's up, bro? Just waiting for this thing to get jiggy. It's gonna be funny. Like, I'm telling you, it's coming. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to Twitter right now. Send it to me, Jesse. No, don't hit my like button. You'll make me blow up. I like what we got going on here. Don't mess it up. And stuffed crust. Yeah. That was awesome, dude. "40 seconds. And you're very welcome, Jorn. Welcome, Jorn. Yeah, I don't want to have to hire a bunch of moderators to be muting a bunch of retail rickies. I like what we got going on here. It's small and everybody's cool. So that candle closed bearish, and that's not the worst thing, but we didn't see a lot of sensitivity out of this gap here, which is okay. So it is a fair value gap, but I do want to see it flipped. So one of these price points here, and it can get its arse moving anytime. Yeah. Confirmed swing low, so that one in the 5 minute that we got now confirmed, and the highest high of the swing low is here. So get reaching. You're weird. Busta. Hello, Saturdays. Yes, come back to the Discord. It's literally fire. There's not anything that isn't fire out of the Discord lately. And Sam spoon feeding trades on the live almost every day. Dudes went to another level, so I'm sure you could make your money. And if you don't know what he's up to, just hang out for a bit. You'll figure it out. Word up, Robert D. Check your X. I did. What did you do? Oh. Alright, thank you. I'm just not convinced that it wants to come and take that low before running out. I'm not. It could come all the way down to here and still be super duper bullish. Shorted, he says, I dare you. I dare you. It's after 11. I'm done. I'm not trading. I'm just waiting for my analysis to finish the job. And then I'm shutting her down. ETH is ripping. Odd. Weird. You're in a short. All right. It's beautiful model. I've already told you, if I was gonna take a short, if I was bearish, it would have been right from here. Absolutely. This is a algorithmic bearish model here. What does that mean? It has to come all the way down here? No. It can come down a little bit, and it can pay something. I'd just like to see the trend live. That's awesome. Gapplebees. Oh, you guys are awesome. I'm gonna practice shorting this bear flag for research purposes. Holy shnikey, you are funny. Now I have to go to the 1 minute. Oh man, that is really awesome, dude. Well played. Alright, so your bear flag played out. And let's see if it wants to eat the stop losses in the bear flag. Let's see. And we'll call this minor buy side. Nice. Yeah, PM sessions are wild, man. They could go continuation of AM, all out reversals, just completely, do absolutely nothing, or both, or both, just go all out reversal and then back the other way. Dude stole music from Danny. Are you talking to me? It's freaking, what do you call that? Epidemic sound, dude. And it's not like you get a plethora of music to choose from. Hey, there you go. It's just like, if you were to play a bear flag in a premium market and a premium only, it's probably going to be like an 80 to 90% strike rate. If you're going to play a bull flag in a discount, it's likely going to be an 80 to 90% strike rate. But as soon as the bull flag stops paying, it's because it's in a premium, so that's when they start failing. But sure, that's such a like broad statement, 60% of 68% patterns and etc. But if you put them in their discount zones, if you put them in their respective environments, you can get a lot from them. But you're definitely right. You just eat liquidity and then just go the other way. Sim1, you're so funny, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Left a double top right there. Sent to your DMs on Discord. That's so cool, man. Thanks. It looks like the new Pope. Thanks. What about PA from CE of PE, FVG, PF first IG? I don't know, man. I'm just doing this. Yeah, there's a new pope. What do you live under a rock? Is his name Pope Bob? I don't know. Yeah, there's a new pope. What's up, Doge Scan? If that is your real name. Welcome. What's up, Mid? It's whatever. Just do your thing. If Ethereum like starts flipping out beyond its all-time high, you won't need it. You'll be rich. It's gonna be a good time. Yeah, man. +1, buddy. Welcome. Oh, just do it. Wouldn't it be awesome if ETH went to like 20K? Just cause. Come on, don't be a chicken, do it. So if we can hold that, we're in good shape. Real good shape. 35K ETH Premier. I don't know why that can't happen, and nobody can explain to me why that can't happen other than it just can't happen. So until people can explain to me logically and scientifically with numbers and data why Ethereum can't hit 20 or 30K ETH, then that's what I'm aiming for. Crypto's known to do wild things that people don't expect. They're like, oh, it can't do that, and then it does it. And the crowd is like, not only wrong, they're mega turbo giga wrong. I don't know. I'm just looking at what it could do. It's 10x. Yeah, it's just a 10x its previous all-time high. Ooh. No, everybody's like, yeah, Bitcoin's not going to 100K. Well, here it is. And this is years ago, like 2015, 2016. People are like, oh, nobody expected Bitcoin to go to 100K until it hit 26K. And then it became maybe okay. It wasn't accepted by the masses. And then we ripped up to 69K and everybody's like, yes, 100K, I told you. And then it went to 15K. That was funny. And now we went up to 100K as a result of the macro dip. Oh, come on, you chicken poo. I'll explain to you right now why I don't want to be in a position. Because I explained to you, if you're just joining, that I am inviting another dip below that low. I'm not considering it over at that point. I still want to see my premium targets met. That's the difference in trading with I have to. to, and it has to be this way, to I'm going to permit price to do what it wants and study it. You know that it's way up in a premium market, and we could drop and take out people who are trying to get long up here on these flags. You know that's a possibility because that's what it does constantly. How far does it drop? Who knows? It's really far up. My targets might not even get hit today. They might save them for another day. We could have a bearish, we could leave that price point for the rest of the day, trade down, do nothing tomorrow, and then Thursday for unemployment claims go and railroad it. That's on the table. So 20 seconds, I'm just noting the close of this 1 minute candle. Where does it want to close? Now, as far as that bearish profile is concerned, close back up above the gap layers. As far as that bearish profile in the 15 minute is concerned, if I'm looking for a price to run it out, I'm not going to short it in hopes that I get something. And that's what I mean about being picky with positions. And in study mode today. That's the profile friend is sniping for, yes. Word up, sniper meow. Yeah, the guy who's making money in a country far, far away. You're awesome, bro. What about that money printer to end all money printers on April 9th, though? You talking about this guy? Right there? Or this one? It's, yeah, April 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah, you've got to be talking about this one. Yeah, right in here. That it was absolutely beast mode savage. Like, dude, man, I got my personal record out of this. I had 2,064 ticks harvested out of this sucker. You have no idea. Since this bottom call here, I have done so well throughout here. Not for the first time, but it's being just compounded into me, the non-FOMO. I just don't care that there's green candles, man. It's phenomenal. And I pretty much like, oh my gosh, bro. And I got an AMP self-funded account now. I haven't ditched prop firms, but I barely trade them. And it's all self-fund now, pretty much. I'm still getting awesome paydays out of, putting on some leverage when it's perfect, but we'll chat sometime and I'll show you the receipts. It's freaking sweet, bro. But here's our new 4-hour candle a couple hours ago. And we're halfway through this one of the 2-hour. So see how I've measured the open and the close of these two candles and there's no gap there? Same thing for here, two ticks. So this is something. We could come down from here. For here, we don't have to, but just keep this on the back of your mind. And if it wants to, it could. Now I'm gonna refine that in the 1-hour chart. We don't have to. 15 minute. And order flow seems bearish, at least for the moment. Let's go back into our gray pool here. And if I was looking for some sensitivity to come from below this gap, this would be the next spot. I'm not teaching you gray pools. Just know it's pretty cool, especially if it works out. So far, so good. There's just a bunch of liquidity down here it wanted. And so now that we've made our swing low in here, I'm looking at these guys right here. Oops. Yeah, me too. All milk prop firms to build a self-fund. Yeah, that's the goal. That should be everybody's goal. Me too. I took about 525 points and thought I was hot, and it went almost 2,000 more. Dude, that was crazy. It was just gone. And if you're in on the low of the day, bro, just run a time stop for 3, 4 p.m. And it just takes, who cares what price does in, because those days that it just goes, those are the days we're after. And just don't even worry about what price does until the end of the day or when you run that stop. It's so cool, dude. Being rude for our macro, it looks like it might want to run us over. Maybe we get, oftentimes we'll have price points in the market where we're looking for it to go, and then it'll do some weird stagnation down here, and then right at 6 p.m., and you guys have seen this all the time, after hours, blasts off into my targets. It's so annoying, but it happens. First time watching the stream, and good to finally catch it. Yeah, today's not going to be too impressive. I mentioned that at the beginning. No, I'm not really into anything. Just studying what it's up to. But Thursday, I'll be live for the members in the PM session. It's $5. And I'll likely do some voodoo in there. Really, eh? That's annoying. Yeah, many people are saying that the members area doesn't get notifications. That's unfortunate. Thanks for letting me know. I'll drop a community note before I do. Maybe you'll get that. Thank you. Yeah, Thursday PM session. Forecasted to be weird. Harder. What's up, Jake Sully? There he is. That's why it started moving. As soon as you show up, price starts moving. Typical. What's up, Big Lovin'? Missed earlier. When were you a participant this morning? He's talking about guy members only, Jesse. Yeah, that's not impressive. We got 3 seconds and it's all about to close because you can snap right down for that double bottom easily. It's whatever. I'll be more excited when it runs this out here. Yeah, bro. Come back, Jake. This one time I shouted out for you and Price did it, and it was awesome, but you weren't there. But I know you were there in spirit. Tell us about the Good Morning Friends crypto. Okay, it's a crypto that I made that burns itself every transaction, and it just becomes more valuable and scarce over time. That's it. There's no minting, there's no staking, there's no nothing. There's no exploitations, there's no bugs, everything's set in stone. All people have to do is just trade it and the holders benefit. It's pretty sweet. It's on Ethereum, so you're not gonna get rugged by Solana Jeeps out there. And that's it. GMF. It's pretty sweet, man. It's hilarious because like after making that, I can see why coins rug, because they were designed to do it. That's why the ones that you thought were gonna be rugs aren't rugs. So dope. Yeah, I don't want to shill it and promote it too much right now because I want to wait. I launched it at ETH low, so I want to wait until ETH pokes its little nose up above a little bit more here, and in I don't know, in a few months I'll be launching different phases, and then I'll release it publicly. So you guys are basically the insiders. You guys are the first people. So anybody who's selling, it's you guys. Don't sell on your friends, and if you can't wait, don't invest. Just don't buy it. And there's the nice little punchki poo right there, right on schedule. Boop. Now I'm excited. So where do we close in relation to this purple box here? That was beautiful. Okay. Gray pool, activate. Now I'm looking at the 5-minute candlestick, and I want it to bleed out in relation to this 15-minute inversion fair value gap. Okay. So the 1 minute has closed above the midway point. Now I want the 5-minute, then I want the 15-minute to also close above this midway point. And Matilda! Hey, what's up, boys? Oh, okay, she's just gonna go full Karen right now. I'm cool with that. You know, the whole idea is to trick traders into thinking it's bearish so that they short, and then you got exits. You're pretty much guaranteed an exit. It's like, how do you know you can sell up here? How do you know? Because you can't sell if nobody's buying. And these guys are ready to buy at a loss. Right? And if you're in a buy, you have to sell. So these guys are up here and they're like, oh, I'm smarter than you. And my stop's right here. Ha 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 ha. She's just eating. It's awesome. close above there, I would like to see that be the lowest point of the next candle. Beauty. That's hot. So we could be right there. That could be it. And that'd be absolutely it. But this would be, I don't want to see us reprice back into here at all. Dang it. If it launches it out of here, I'm a happy camper. Dude made the holders part of your trading community. Make them. Yeah, well, I got a couple of years left with my homie, so we'll see what happens. But I might launch another coin for that specifically. You never know what the future brings, Smoking Burrito. What's up, Fit for Biz? What's up? Dang, I missed this. What's up, bro? Ray, remember the bigger candles, buddy. It's not being rejected, it's winding up. Yeah, just oddly enough, that candle decided to want to reach up right for the last little bit of the hour to get a close above this guy. Mm. That's the snootiest looking. It looks like almost like a camel. It is. It's the camel pattern. Look at hump, hump, hump. And look at this snooty little camel nose. This thing is 100% win rate. You could probably quit your job in 30 days. Trust me, bro. How did I know anybody was gonna say that? Like, that was just obvi. Just slap this little thing. Close above it. Wabam! Gorilla here, friend. What's up, bro? Oh, Grills. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna say Gorilla. I'm far away from my screens, bro. Grills. Yeah, bro. Where you been? There we go. That's it right there. Love learning. Nailed it. Four seconds, absolutely lame, but we made a double top, so that's awesome. If we can get a trade down, it's okay, because it'll trick traders into going short. The more that it dives down, the more interested, the more I'm guaranteed this. I know it might seem backwards to you, and that's likely why it works, but when it's diving into people's, if I'm convicted it's going somewhere, and you know, it's just about made it and it keeps diving down, I'm like, yes, please, keep suckering in shorts. Look at that. Do it. Bearish engulf these suckers. We call that the trust me, bro. Can't wait to say that, love learning. What's love learning say? Camels? I'm surprised it hasn't made it up there. We got like I don't know, 15, just less than 15 minutes till we make my targets. I promised you it would happen within an hour. I guess I said ish. Hour-ish or so. We got people doing construction out here. It's pretty sweet. Ooh, 61 people. Shout out. Thank you. Thank you for joining. He's doing that thing I like. That thing I just said like 2 minutes ago that might happen. That one. That thing. It's the best thing. Eat those longs. She's gotta eat. See what I mean about them dips? They get really rude. They're like, no, you're not getting in. And that's why I'm like, okay, order flow, yeah, blah, blah, blah. But it's already way up here. I just rather see it play out than put risk behind something that, not really killer. Wild berries is in a trade for sure. That with that many E's for a you can tell he's on side. Jesse's got 2 E's. Oh, you're awesome, bro. Well, we have completed a time slot in which I deem very salient, and we do have instructions that say we are going to continue up. So it's got another, I don't know, we'll give it another 10 minutes, and I'll shut her down. Hex, bro. It's just hold. What do you want? It's down. You might have even gotten a better buy than me. Maybe. Just hold, bro. Ethereum needs to go to like at least $9,000, like minimum, for us to even be like, oh, sugar rush. That's all I got for you. I don't want to look at it. It's just like, it's been waking up for sure, along with everything else with East's little bump up here, but it's still, we need to snap out like this week for us to be like even remotely impressed. We broke structure in the weekly time frame, so that's cool. And look at it, it made the wick before it actually made the candle. She's eating. Boom, that was those buy stops right here. The trust me bro resistance. Oh yeah, put your stops here, bearish engulfers. Wabam sticks. Well, don't stop now. Alright, fine. If you want to be that priss about it. Mado, I love that this repeats over and over again. Isn't it cool? Yeah. We got time. Me too. What is ERR, you might ask? This is the external range run. This is the 60-day IPTA external range run. It's typically really violent when it goes for them. That's why you're seeing so many green candles in your charts. It's reaching for them. It wants them. It's like, oh, you were short? Okay. Boom. just need to close above that midway point. See how we're getting rejected by those specific random levels that I busted out of my chart that look totally cherry picked. Pop up there with home free. Oh, Lydia. One shot, one kill today. That's hard to do with the gap that we had like that. Oh, what a bummer. Oh, was almost at buffer. Oh my goodness. Well, the good news is you made it there. That means you could do it again. So there's that. The other good news is we're headed into some really fancy price action coming up. So it should be a cakewalk. There we go. That's better. I mean, obviously, the bad news is you need another count. You know, but don't rush it. Don't feel entitled, and you'll do very well. Very, very well. That's amazing. Good. And if you thought you were going to be the only one that walked on into this place and didn't blow their first funded account, I mean, you might have put too much pressure on yourself. I tell you guys just to blow it. Just go and punt it straight to hell and start over. Just get it over with. It's not a big deal. It gave me profits, but yeah. Dang. Yeah, it happens. Oh, well, yeah, you got 5. You're good. You're so good, but it hurts. But at least if you get the one out of the way, you're like, oh, you move on, you get over it, and then you just move on, and you just realize that it's just money. You're being emotional for no reason. It does hurt, it sucks, but life goes on. 4, 5 more funded accounts, that's awesome. At least you weren't copy trading them all. So I know like we've had a bullish bias and we've been annoyed with this high resistance run up so far. I want you to think about the shorts and what they feel right now. So flip the script in your mind a little bit, because if you were short and you were, running a hedge fund, let's say, and you were like, oh, I was just in profits for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end, and now you were too good to pay yourself and you don't move your stop. So you're just ready to take this L, right? They're sitting there at their desk or wherever they're doing, and they're choked because price is literally torturing them right now. Everybody who's macro short and have paid ridiculous amounts of overnight fees on a daily chart. Okay, anybody who's short from up here or here, they're paying all these overnight fees and they're just ready to get eaten. Let's say that they played this bear flag and they were on side but didn't pay themselves for whatever reason because they had a Trump bias, the wrong kind of bias, political bias. Their stops were here. Well, if they were not anticipating price to come up this far, they would have trailed their stops back even further. And now they're in a lot of trouble. This one's the danger zone. This is like this is like, if you're running a lot of money, you're in a lot of trouble right now. Sincerely. And it was by your own doing. Because you do rookie stuff like move your stop. And that might not be any of you guys here because nobody wants to pay that many overnight fees. But when you're running big firms and stuff like that, yeah, that's what happens. So these guys are like, oh, look, they're crying right now. They're like, that bearish engulfing candle, save my life, please. 1 minute bearish engulfing candle, please save my life. this is how I can do what I do. And go, oh, well, we might dip down, trick traders into going short again. We might even come grab this double bottom now. That would suck, but it would take a little bit longer than expected. So, one more minute, basically. But it could come want to grab that and then run up. That's on the table. And that's why I refuse to take a position right now, because it could come down here. It doesn't have to, but it could. And if I was to long this and it snaps down here, I'm like, ah. So I just don't do it. We'll be back soon. Nice. Like that, if I was short and I was running a big company and managing company funds, I'd be like trying to figure out my escape. Price action can and will do whatever it wants when it wants. No. No, that's not what's going on here, bud. Got to go. Have a nice day, friend. Off near crypto. God bless you. I know it's really tough when it's wanting to be rude about it. You just gotta let it trend. Like when we were down here, definitely nobody thought it was going back up until that happened. It looked like poop down there. It really did. That's the best place to be a buyer, is when it looks like absolute trash. And it looks like it's over. There's divergence, it's over. Why didn't you guys tell me the music was done? Has there been music this entire time? Mr. DJ, I don't know. I can't hear what you guys hear. I'm on this side. And bro, I found a trader. He says ICT is garbage, rebranded liquidity. Yeah. Okay. You meant to say you found a guy who doesn't trade profitable and he's just a hater and doesn't know what he's doing with his life. That's all I heard out of that. Master friend, the music stopped. All right. I know it's so boring when it doesn't want to rip. Hey, I just can't believe I'm retaining 65 people here. You guys are awesome. It's just hilarious. You're just like, why won't it do the thing? I'm with you. I'm with you. Sometimes it just wants to wait a while, and that's okay. But if it's off somewhere and it's running out of time, it's likely going to want to get there really, really quickly. Especially after tricking a bunch of people into taking a position. Ouch, nose hair. I'm good. Yeah, look, we don't have to come here today. And it's not that I would prefer if we didn't. Because it's just like, unless London does nothing and I get my Judas in the morning, I'm pretty much sitting out. So until my profile shows up at the time I want to see it, I'm not trading. So if it does decide to snap down and leave this for after hours or tomorrow, we'll know, because it will be really mean in its delivery to the downside. When you're looking for order flow to switch directions, you're also blending time of day, right? But the shift in structure that happens is so obvious, you don't have to question it. And if you have to question it, it's likely not the shift in structure, it's just a stop hunt. You just kind of get the feel for it after a while. Do some jupe, TA. Satoshi. What is jupe? I don't even know what jupe is. It's in a discount. It's ripping. Buy and hold on for dear life. I mean, I show you guys the weekly chart and the monthly chart. But you ask me like 3 times a week to do jupe. It's the same thing. Go to ETH. Is ETH ripping? Yes. Okay, jupe is probably ripping. You're funny. Did you go and change? Is that Staz? You went and changed your profile name? How rude. Trying to be incognito over here. And look, Bitcoin's ripping. It's doing its job. Come on, nasty Nazipoo. I could never take 40 ticks. If we ever get stuck in chop, 42, you're funny. If we ever get stuck in chop, man, you're gonna really like 40 ticks. Harder, quit being a sissy. 15 seconds. Slingshot. Well, it's above half. That's good enough, I guess. It would be funny if it was one of those candles where if you blink, you miss it. Am I calling? I'm just saying it'd be funny if that was the way it was in about 3 minutes and 10 seconds, yeah. It'd be really funny. Berries, you want the signal? What a lazy candlestick. But I love it. It's annoying because you want it to go up because you're like, oh, it's already 3:30. But like at the same time, you're like, you love it because it's looking like it's pushing it down. It's looking like resistance. Even if it does dip into those stop losses down here, that would be. I mean, do it already, but that would be awesome. It doesn't matter which way, up here, then down here, or down here or up there. I don't care which way. Just do it. 20 seconds. Nah, you're lazy. That's what it is. It's lazy. He's gonna call it names. Poke fun at it. You want the three? You want a 15-minute candle switch over? You're cooked. Well, I'm sure as soon as I shut it down, it'll start launching. And my private students have seen this countless times, where I'll be like, okay, well, I guess we're bored to death. See you later. See you tomorrow. And this is what happens. It'll launch right after I shut her down. Stuffed crust. We got warmed up stuffed crust. Hey, Lid, can you smell that through my microphone? Oh man, that's good. Don't worry, I'm not like Cookie Face. I won't eat on the live. I'll go waiting for full boredom send. I'm sure of it, man. I'm absolutely sure it does that. Well, I will leave that up for you guys to study. Yeah. Well, we got some of it, just not all of it, and that's okay. So I'll leave that up for you guys to study for the rest of the day. Keep your eyes on a 15-minute chart and see if you can get a close above this candle. You do that, and we can see likely the targets repriced to in the last little grand finale of the day. If that doesn't happen, I'll be looking for it for tomorrow, but I'll give you guys that all up in the update. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you later. Peace.